change begins in that 6-inch space between your ears, or 8 to 10-inch space if you got a big old bobblehead, I guess. When you got to figure it out on your own, you're gonna make mistakes along the way.
Like the Galdern active clamp that's over here with these 5 bikes on this bike rack. I've been out here for a while. We just got this table tent thing set up. It went perfectly. We had no problems at all. Sure. It totally didn't take us an hour.
I wasn't planning to show the world this, Corinne.
Parkour!
I didn't want them to see my peak athletic abilities.
Apparently we gotta do things the right way. People don't want to eat their rice with a plastic butter knife. You see that line right there that says 64 ounces? I've been filling this thing up to the very top twice a day. That's like an additional more than 64 ounces.
Yep, just look directly into the lens, babe. That's the point. Yeah, just right there. Good. Dang, look at that sexy shadow, girl. Hey, your shadow's making you look tall.
Oh.
That's bull crap.
I'm baffled. Throw it. That's a silly word. I'm so baffled by that.
Morning, everyone. It's day 58 of 75 hard. I'm on vacation today. Gonna be leaving to go camping. I'm not in any hurry, so slept in a little later. Let's get started. I begin every day by reading my Bible, reading my 10 pages, journaling, and then spending a little bit of time in Duolingo. Okay, about 7:25 now. Took my time on my morning routine this morning. Just enjoyed myself, relaxed a little bit. But now it is time to get out and get the first workout of the day done. Give you a rundown of what I think today should look like. First thing is Tuesday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are my run days, so I get to run, and I'm excited about that. It's going to be a low heart rate run. So we'll go out, we'll get this done, and then I will probably get cleaned up and be, totally clean, dressed, ready. Then come out, and I would really like to try to get a video edited before we leave for camp. But essentially, the events that have to take place is got to get the run done, got to get cleaned up, got to get everything packed up and loaded in the truck for camp. Taking the whole family this time, so there's going to be a lot more, and we got to take multiple cars. So got to do all that. I would love to have a video edited before we leave here, and then that'd be one less thing I have to worry about today. And then we're going to get to camp. I'd love to get out of here no later than about noon so that we can get to camp right when we're able to check in, go ahead and get set up, and make the most out of our day. That would be great. But whenever you're taking the whole family, some of those things are not necessarily in my control. So we'll see how that goes.
There comes a point where if by chance you've watched this far in the series, then you've seen what my pattern looks like. You've seen whenever I'm on run days, kind of, what the routine looks like. And that means stretching, going out, trying to stick to that zone 2. A lot of it becomes predictable. And I've said this before, but I think that the predictability and trying to keep things as regimented and structured as possible when you're doing a challenge like this is the key to success. Look at that weirdo. One thing I wanted to talk about today is how change begins in that 6-inch space between your ears, or 8 to 10-inch space if you got a big old bobblehead, I guess. Regardless, change begins in your mind. Your body will follow where your mind takes it. Your life will follow where your mind takes it. And I talk a lot about hope and peace and the importance of finding those if you're going to get your mind right and you're going to start to move into real change in your life. And one part of peace that I haven't really touched on is the component of forgiveness. And that's not just forgiving other people who have done you wrong. That's a hugely important part of peace. Obviously, if you're holding on to anger, disappointment, heartbreak against other people, that's just a poison to your soul. You've heard that before. You've got to find a way to let those things go. But for me, there was another component of forgiveness that really held me back for so many years. And that was self-forgiveness. And that was seeking and longing for other people to forgive me. When I was younger, teenager, I made a number of mistakes that hurt people. And I did not intend to hurt anyone, but I was young, I was stupid, I was naive, and not making any excuse for my behavior, but I was kind of mimicking what I'd been exposed to and what I thought love looked like. I grew up and I learned that that was not at all what love looked like, and I changed. But it was too little too late for the people that I hurt. And for me, I could not forgive myself if the people that I damaged, if the people that I had hurt didn't forgive me. I lived with such deep regret that I wanted more than anything just to be able to show those people that I was so sorry that I had to learn so many hard life lessons at their expense. And that if they could just see the change that had taken place in me and that I wasn't the same person anymore, maybe it would help heal them a little bit. And the problem was, I pushed so hard to try to have a place in people's lives just so that I could have that opportunity for them to see who I'd become, that I actually made things worse. Because I couldn't forgive myself, I continually dredged up the past with people who had moved on. And I went from having amicable relationships with people to being completely separated from their lives, and that was my fault. But it all came back to a lack of peace and a lack of forgiveness within myself. I could not forgive myself if other people didn't forgive me. And you may be in the same boat, you know? But here's the thing. What I had to finally figure out and what I had to learn was that if they don't forgive me, that's a them thing, not a me thing. All I can do is work to be the best person that I possibly can be, learn from my mistakes, change, forgive myself, and not repeat those same mistakes. It's on them to forgive me. It's on them to find their own personal peace. I tried everything I could, and they didn't accept it. And rightly so. like I've talked about with boundaries, forgiving someone doesn't mean that they have to have a place in your life. And that goes for me as well. So if you're out there and you're struggling with regret, if you're struggling with unforgiveness because you can't forgive yourself, because you know you hurt other people and they haven't forgiven you, it's a critical component to finding peace, y'all. You gotta forgive yourself. And you gotta leave the rest up to God. And I know all of that sounds easier said than done. So what's the practical exercise you can use to help get to that place where you can forgive yourself? Well, essentially what I had to do was I had to start applying some logic and reasoning. I've always prided myself and considered myself to be a realist and a really logical thinker, but the problem is when emotion goes up, judgment and reasoning go down. I was a crisis negotiator for years at the PD, and when you're dealing with people in crisis, essentially your primary job is to help regulate their emotions so that they can start to think more clearly and rationally. And there are tips and techniques that we learn and use in order to do that. So the challenge for me was, how can I look at my situation and the things that I haven't been able to forgive myself for through a lens without emotion? How can I look at it objectively for what it is? Because if I could do that, maybe I could start to show myself some grace. And here's what I found, y'all. And I don't think anybody will disagree with this. The world wants you to believe that everybody's born equally. Everybody starts out with all the same tools in the toolbox, and everybody's got the same level of potential at the beginning of their life. I think that's absolute bullcrap. You know, some people start out with wonderful home lives and both parents in the home, and they have sound financial advice passed down to them, and they see true love as an example, you know, within their own household, and they're nurtured and they're cared for. And other people come into this world in broken homes, and they get this really distorted view of what love is. Maybe neglect is the story of their life. Maybe heartbreak and despair is what they've grown accustomed to in their life. So for me, the key was to objectively look at my own situation and all those things that bothered me so much about my own choices and decisions. I was absolute garbage at relationships and love when I was a teenager, and people got hurt because of it. But what did my toolbox actually look like? Well, my mom was a child when she had me, literally a kid. She was still growing and learning herself, trying to raise me. I grew up in a home full of broken relationships. Really, some of them were very toxic. And that was the example that was modeled for me. I didn't know what good looked like. I didn't know what true love really looked like. I didn't see it. That's not to place fault or blame on anybody else, and it's not to excuse or justify my actions. It just is the truth. And it's kind of like trying to reach a destination without a map. How do you know what love looks like when it's not modeled before your eyes? You don't even have a standard for what good really is. You just take what you see and you think that's what it's supposed to be, and you mimic it. Now, when I got old enough to recognize and realize this is not healthy, this is not what love looks like. People shouldn't be hurt in love. Then I was obligated to change and educate myself and find a better way. But y'all, when you got to figure it out on your own, you're going to make mistakes along the way. That's all there is to it. So once I was able to rationalize and look at my own life through an objective lens, without the emotion, without the disappointment and regret, I could start to show myself a little bit of grace. Again, not excusing anything I ever did. I'm obligated to do better. But actually understanding a little bit of how I could make those mistakes. How I could so easily get such a wrong picture of what love is. So whatever there is in your life that you're having difficulty forgiving yourself for, I just encourage you. Try to remove the emotion and think about, what did your toolbox look like? How well equipped were you for those situations where you maybe made mistakes and you're walking in regret and unforgiveness of yourself? Are there still things in your life that you recognize maybe you're not that great at and you don't really know what you're doing? Well, you've got an obligation to go out and educate yourself and fix it and grow and to forgive yourself. Listen, y'all, forgiveness is the path to peace. Forgiving other people and forgiving yourself. And peace is the path to growth and change. You got to get right in those 6 inches between your ears if you want to change your life. Okay, y'all, there it is. 46 minutes, 3.5, 1 mile, 3.5 miles, 544 active calories, 642 total calories. I did push it there at the end, heart rate. Sure got up into zone 4. About half and half on zone 2 and zone 3. That was very low in zone 3 though, honestly. Not bad. All right, let's get cleaned up and get the day going. All right, little update. A lot of time has passed. It's now noon, and I'm sorry I didn't take you along for the journey, but we've been loading everything up. We look like the Galdern active clampets over here with these 5 bikes on this bike rack. This is a pretty cool system though that I was able to create. I got the idea off of a guy from YouTube, so I can't take credit for it, but my bed cover actually has these tracks which allow me to put in, you know, the crossbars. Then I found these cheaper bike racks and was able to put 5 of them on there, and everything's covered in pollen right now. But yeah, we got 5 bikes on there. It's pretty awesome. And we've got the tail bed, you know, tail of the truck all loaded down. Got my wife's car all loaded down. They're both filthy and disgusting, but here pretty quick. I think we're gonna be on our way. All right, everyone, we're off. We're on the road. You excited, kid? Yeah. The girls are in the car behind us somewhere. I have a sneaking suspicion that because we brought along our female counterparts, we're likely to be just a tad overpacked this time. What do you think?
Yeah.
Both vehicles are like full, and I'm like, I don't know where all that's gonna go. You know, there's not that much room in the tent, so I don't know. Better safe than sorry, I guess. We'll find out. But yeah, looking forward to it. We're officially on spring break, bro.
Yeah.
So energetic over here. So yeah, he gets all shy and clams up when I got the camera on. He's a total doofus whenever I have the camera off. I'm a doofus with the camera on.
You said doofus, period.
Yeah, I know. All right, we've arrived. It's 1:30. Made pretty good time. We couldn't check in until 1 anyway, so for us and our family, when everybody's coming along, to be here just 30 minutes after check-in time, that's pretty dang good. All right, so it is about 2:30. We've been out here for a while. We just got this table tent thing set up. It went perfectly. We had no problems at all. Sure. It totally didn't take us an hour or anything. Trying to figure out how to make it work on this uneven, you know, concrete and the shrubs in the back and all kinds of stuff. And now we're gonna set up the tent. It should go up pretty quick since me and Bri are old pros at it now. Unless Corinne's interference, you know, messes it all up. We'll find out about that. We'll see. Killed some wasps. Yeah, so moving right along.
Boom, I got it. I figured it out, guys. Somebody decided to climb in the tree. Oh, you have a spider on your butt.
On my butt?
Not you, Daddy.
I want it there. You ever think about that? What are you doing? Are you filming me?
Are you showing? I wasn't planning to show the world this, Corinne.
Parkour!
I didn't want them to see my peak athletic abilities.
Oh.
Like whenever I do this sweet jump off of here. You ready? Watch. Ah!
Oh my gosh. I should have gotten it before whenever you were climbing up there. Oh, I don't even think it got... Oh no, because it's not sideways. Oops. My bird.
So there was a wasp in our new tent and I tried to hit it and look, I ripped a hole in the netting. Brand spanking new. Oh, I hate when I do stuff like that, y'all. I hate it. But it's done. Nothing I can do about it. I just got to try to create a plan to keep it from becoming worse. Which means I'm going to have to go into town and buy some tape. And is what it is. Okay guys, I'm going to break my fast. 19 hours, 23 minutes. All I'm going to have is one of these protein shakes for right now. We still got more stuff to do around here, but I got to get something in me. Okay, it's about 4:20 now. Me and the boy drove into town to get some supplies that we realized we needed. I need to get tape to fix that stupid hole that I created. Needed another extension cord. Needed, I'm going to make some fajitas tonight, and I realized I needed like a little disposable aluminum pan. When it was just me and the boy, we would just rough it, you know? I mean, I ate my dinner with a plastic butter knife, y'all. That was all I had. But when the girls are there, apparently we gotta do things the right way. People don't want to eat their rice with a plastic butter knife. Whatever. No, but there were some things we needed, so we just went ahead and drove into town to get those done. Now, I still have a lot I've got to do today. I still have to get another workout in. I haven't had anything other than that protein shake to eat so far. I'm really hungry. We've been really active, doing quite a lot, and I need to cook. So, yeah, still a lot to do. Still a lot to get done. Camping is work. Y'all, I just realized something. Number one, I just broke the top off of my thing. Like, it's going great. You see that line right there that says 64 ounces? I've been filling this thing up to the very top twice a day. That's like an additional more than 64 ounces. I've been drinking way more than a gallon a day. You ever just hate your stupid idiot self? Yeah, me neither. All right, now we're camping. Only the essentials here. Nothing other than the essentials around here in our campsite. And yes, the microwave is essential because how else am I going to heat up my rice?
And your popcorn.
And my popcorn. Camp is almost set up. We just got these kids over here who've got to be smarter than the bike racks. Once they figure it out, they're going to get those bikes down. And
What? It's stuck on Daddy's bike, not the thing. Calm yourself. Wait! Ma! Help!
Ma.
Adeline, your handlebars are annoying.
Cool. Not my fault. My bike is a bike.
okay, it is 6 o'clock. I am dreading this second workout. It's just going to be a walk. So it'll be 6:45 by the time we get back. Then I should be able to fire up the pit, get the fajitas going, and get something to eat. But I got to go get this done first. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Sunglasses. Got these for $10 in Mexico. Fake Ray-Bans.
All that hair didn't keep it from falling.
Hey, you. Yeah, just look directly into the lens, babe. That's the point. Yeah, just right there. Good. This is what you call an establishing shot, where we don't look at the lens, you know.
Pretend like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know, my arm is totally not stretched out with a camera pointing at us right now. Excuse her. She's
Manager.
a noob. So genuinely, like, I'm already at over 16,000 steps. Of course, I did my run this morning, but just like I was nowhere near 16,000 steps after my run. I think I was like 8,000 or something like that. And all the rest have just come from packing everything, you know, to go on the trip, and then unloading everything, setting everything up, running into town, getting stuff. So at this point, I'm like, I'm tired and probably more exhausted than I've been on most days by this time when it rolls around. So I'm looking forward to just knocking this walk out and then firing up the pit, enjoying the fire. You know, our little campground's real nice because it's got the water right in front of us. I mean, it's brown water. It looks like daggone chocolate milk, but still water. That's the only kind of water we got around here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just relaxing this evening. I absolutely love this kind of environment. If you saw my video last time my son and I were out here, I talked about how when I was with my grandparents, half the time I would be at my grandparents' house, and back behind their house, it was just like this, really thick kind of underbrush and everything. I would just run all through it, and I would make little like wilderness camps, you know. Nobody, and I was completely alone, and I absolutely loved it. Just getting eat up with chiggers and ticks and who knows what else, coming back just covered in poison ivy, and loved it. Just absolutely loved it. So I just really enjoy this. This is very South Texas terrain here. Man, Shadow makes me look skinny. Dang, look at that sexy Shadow, girl. Hey, your Shadow's making you look tall.
Oh.
That's bull crap. Okay, yeah. Fall back. Okay, well, after Dawn got us lost, we've made our way
Nice.
almost out. So now we're headed back to the camp. I'll show you what the calorie burn looks like once we get back there. And I'm about to starve to death. Okay, there it is right there, y'all. We ended up walking 3 miles, just short of an hour, 362 active calories and 486 total calories. Nothing special with the heart rate or anything, but let me just say, it feels good to be done, y'all. Now, like I say, I am going to fire up the pit, slap some meat on there, and hopefully grub down.
Flamethrower.
All right, we're gonna see how this works. I wasn't able to get all my coals lit. I should have brought my little charcoal starter, but oh well. We'll make it happen.
I'll make it on this fire.
So fun.
So warm.
Good luck over there.
How's that fire working out for y'all?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, it's going.
It's good stuff right there.
I got it going though. Look at her burn.
Oh, look at her.
All right. It's ready. You had a little taste, babe. What'd you think?
Oh, so delicious.
That sounds like I paid you to say it.
But it's amazing. Very flavorful and yummy. And I'm hungry.
The juiciness on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it may not look like much, but here is one packet of this instant cilantro rime. You gave me the coconut.
Oh.
You got my hopes all up about cilantro.
Pulled it out.
And, okay, anyway.
Sorry.
It's a packet of this instant rice and 8 ounces of fajita meat. I'm starving. I'm gonna eat.
It went behind me, but I was just like so baffled at why he would throw it.
That's a silly word. I'm so baffled by that. So baffled by that.
What a waste of Gatorade. I'm so baffled.
Cut the camera! Cut the camera! Oh my gosh. It's all over me.
The ants will love that.
Got a fire dancer out here. Let's see that little smoke move you had going on. What?
I cannot be by the fire. This is gonna end up still close to the water. No, I'm scared.
Come on, what?
Oh my gosh. No.
Hey, at least tell everybody what you did earlier, since we didn't capture it on camera.
On the social medias.
Tell everybody what you did.
What did I do? Oh, I almost completely face planted. No, I did completely face plant, but it was almost on the corner of the concrete.
So she got up
Go get in the position.
and ran right here where this little guy wire is, and we're sitting in there getting ready to eat, and she just like eats it and almost like face plants into that concrete.
And I was like,
Yeah.
and I couldn't breathe.
That was great.
Okay, everyone. It's 9:30. The girls went to go get cleaned up. I am going to bed. Here's how it looked for today. 1,606 calories, 116 exercise minutes, 22,962 steps. I told you, man, we were working here around camp. There's the morning run, and there's the afternoon walk right there. Let's go out to my fitness pal, show you how I did on calories today. 1,639 calories. Showed you everything I ate. I did have a couple string cheeses. I think that was the only thing I didn't show you. Yep, so not bad. Pretty much right on par. Started fasting around 8:30, so I can eat around 2:30 tomorrow if I go the full 18 hours, which I may not. I'll go at least 16, but I may not go the full 18. We'll see how the day goes. And last but not least, day 58, first workout, second workout, read my 10 pages. I took my progress picture before I left the house. I just finished up my second half gallon of water, which is right there. I followed my diet, and of course for me, no cheat meals or social media because I don't drink alcohol. And with that, day 58 is complete. So today was a busy one. If you notice, even though I did have a goal to get a video edited, I did not get one edited today. I've got a good chunk of videos kind of in the pipeline, but now this will be 2 days in the past week
that I have not edited in a video, so I really need to try to make up some ground. Hopefully tomorrow, you know, we'll have a lot less going on and I can make up some ground, spend a good little chunk of time editing. That'll make me feel better. But today was a busy one. Yeah, this stuff is work, man, but so far the family's enjoying it. We're all set up, we're having a good time, and now we've got a couple days of just really, you know, enjoying ourselves and spending time together and stuff. So they should be a little bit less hectic. I'm tired. So with that said, I'm going to sleep. I hope you'll come back here tomorrow for day 59 of 75 Hard and see how this camping trip goes. Take care.